Hi guys, Dr. Lou on Dr. Lou's low carb diets. Now, today we have another review. So this food review is coming on to one of the Atkins bars. And we can see here, it's got down here meal on it, which is quite interesting. A premium product again, fantastic wrapping, full wrapped, beautiful coloring. And this flavor is chocolate peanut butter pretzel flavor bar. Now, that's quite interesting. Again, you can see it here. It looks quite similar to quite a few other bars, but I'm wondering if the taste is quite different. So, okay, so let me throw this up onto the screen. Okay, guys, you can see down here. Yes, you can see the front packaging it comes in. So it comes in a box of five. Okay, so you don't buy them individually. Let's have a look at the information. So, protein meal bar. Quite interesting. So it's obviously trying to say it's replacing a lot of things, not just trying to be a treat. It's 16 grams of protein, 4 grams net carbs, 1 gram of sugar, and 7 grams of fiber. Now, the protein is fantastic, obviously. 16 is quite a lot for a small bar like this. Um, because you can do keto and as long as you go and consult with a doctor to confirm that you can do some weights as well. Now, that's I do some weights, I do some aerobic, anaerobic exercises, and I do the diet as well. So, chocolate peanut butter pretzel bar, naturally flavored. Well, that's good news, isn't it? There you go. So each bar is 48 grams. Looks lovely, packaging's beautiful. I mean, that bar looks really delicious, and I'm sure it looks like it. Okay, so on the side of the box here, today's Atkins is all about great tasting food to help you live your best life. Let's hope so. Today's meal bars, protein rich bars, definitely protein rich, without a doubt, to keep you satisfied at mealtime. Brilliant. So it's there, it's going to fill you up. You're going to feel satiated. You won't feel hunger. And I can guarantee you, even if you do this diet and you have obviously plenty of meat, you will never feel hungry. Okay. So obviously they have also anytime snacks, which are chewy, crunchy, sweet and salty snacks, anytime, anywhere, or indulge. Treats so indulgent, it's hard to believe they fit your low carb lifestyle. So there you go. So obviously this is probably one of the better ones, I'd assume, because it's actually saying, yes, it's got a lot of ingredients in it, a lot of things to help you as a meal. Okay, move on. So here's the spiel, if you will, on the back of the box. Today's Atkins. So doing Atkins doesn't mean you're on a diet. Countless people have lost weight living the Atkins lifestyle because at Atkins, we know that when we eat better, good things happen. Limiting the amount of sugar and both simple and refined carbs can help minimize spikes in blood sugar. And that's a good thing. 100% good thing. Limit white refined sugar and flour and so on. Perfect. That's all what you want to do to help stop inflammations. Okay. Learn more about the benefits of living low carb at atkins.com. There you go. Atkins meal bars are a delicious way to get the benefits of protein without a ton of the sugar or net carbs found in mini protein bars. So, whether you crave crispy, creamy, or crunchy, there's a delicious Atkins meal bar for you. Enjoy them at breakfast or lunch, before or after a workout, or as a meal on the go that fits your low carb lifestyle, because you don't have to do Atkins to get the benefits of an Atkins meal bar. Okay, so yeah, this is true. You don't have to be on Atkins to eat these guys. It's not something that, it's going to cause any issue to you if you're on a normal diet. They're going to be yummy on a normal diet as well. And at the same time, you're going to get that protein. So again, it might fit into doing some workout because, you're not going to get too many sugars unless, of course, that's obviously what you're craving. So, for being the athlete lifestyle. So again, depends on what you're doing. Now, that's obviously gives you quite a little bit of information. Yes, it's a nice little bit of spiel, if you will, from the company. It's nice to see as well because it feels quite, family like. But the reality is you are on a diet. So Now, no matter what you say, you're on a diet. There are different meanings exactly for diet, but if you mean restricting, like, calories or lowering it or changing what you eat, yes, that's a diet. So, the whole idea here is we're looking at the fact that with Atkins here, you are able to now as well get like, the meal bars, the whole kind of protein thing, the thing that's going to be a bit more benefit to you than just obviously the indulge range. Okay. So let's have a look at the ingredients. Right, so chocolate peanut butter pretzel bar, naturally flavored. Ingredients: peanuts, soy protein isolate, vegetable glycerin, polydextrose. So there's again there, polydextrose. 90% not absorbed, 10% absorbed. You're probably going to get some carbs from that. Palm kernel and palm oil. Gelatin. Whey protein isolate contains less than 2% of cocoa processed with alkali. So cocoa, you're going to get some probably a little bit of carbs from there. Cornstarch, definitely some probably carbs from there. Guar gum, soy flour salt, tapioca starch, sesame seeds. Again, you'll get some minimum carbs from most of that. Natural flavors contain peanuts and sesame, soy lecithin, pea fiber, soluble corn fiber, canola oil, rice syrup, sucralose, baking powder, monocalcium phosphate, sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch. Then you've got sugar and yeast. Okay. So you can see that there. And what that is that telling us? Well, you've obviously got sugar at the end there. This is one of the smallest ingredients, but that's going to impact obviously on your blood sugar and obviously on your carbs. You do have a few other things there that can contribute, even a small amount to make a larger amount altogether. Plus, also don't forget, you're going to have the carbs coming in, from different areas such as the polydextrose and stuff like that. So, contains milk, soy, peanuts, and sesame for allergies. Made in a facility that also uses eggs, wheat, and tree nuts. There you go. So, allergies, beware. Okay, so made in Canada, product of Canada. That's the first. I haven't seen that for a bit. Okay, now, so let's get on to. Oh, before we go, look, it's still got the contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Yes, so we know that's most likely the soy. Okay, so nutrition facts: 5 servings per container. It's a box. There you go. Okay. Amount serving size: 1 bar, 48 grams. A nice heavy bar. Amount per serving: calories: 200 per bar. Okay, so total fat: 10 grams. Saturated: 3.5. We love saturated fat. Trans fat: 0 grams. So that's brilliant. No trans fats. Polyunsaturated fat: 1.5 grams. Monounsaturated fat: 3.5 grams. Okay, brilliant. Let's move down. Cholesterol: 0 milligrams. Sodium: 290 milligrams. All fine. Total carbohydrate. Now that's what we're interested in, big time. 18 grams. A lot of, it's a decent amount of carbs. Dietary fiber, 7 grams. We shouldn't absorb most of that. Total sugars, 1 gram. We will absorb that. Includes 1 gram added sugar. First time in a long time, they've added some sugar. So again, there you can see you've got total sugars, 1 gram, and it includes 1 gram of added sugar. So sugar alcohols, we have 7 grams. Now, 7 grams of sugar alcohols. Again, it depends what's used, right? So when you come to that, it does seem actually that they've removed maltitols from most of their ingredients in this one. So you can't see xylitol, maltitol, or any of these that usually have a negative impact on your system. Yeah. So basically, you can understand that yeah, the system is going to adapt to saying that those things are actually lower in carb. Okay. Bear with me a sec. There we go. So we just make that nice and quiet. So let's continue on. My phone's going off left, right, and center. So I should have learned not to have it next to me when this video is on. Anyway, let's continue. So, protein 16 grams. That's a great amount of protein. This is telling you, wow, this could be a good one, even if you're not on a diet and you want protein. But at the same time, you're not going to get in all those fats, all the carbs coming on there, what would turn into fat. You do have fat, obviously, here as well. But there you go. When you're working out, who knows? You're going to be burning that off as well. Who knows? So, again, you've got vitamin D here, nothing. Got iron, 1.8 milligrams, calcium, 80 milligrams, and potassium, 160 milligrams. Fantastic. Look down here, 4 grams. Atkins net carbs. So again, total carbs 18 grams minus the fiber. They're saying that's not going to be absorbed at all. Okay. Then you've got sugar alcohols as well that are 7 grams. Okay. So what they're doing there is they're saying we've got sugar alcohols, we've got fiber. They're saying they will not be absorbed, these ones. So take them away. Okay. So that takes away 14 grams of carbs, leaving only 4 grams of carbs. Hence, the rest is what they say you will absorb. So again, very simple and straightforward. Very nice packaging, though. I hope you agree. Now that we've been through that, we understand that it's quite interesting. The ingredients are quite interesting. Again, they've got a lot of interesting parts on here now that they've adding changing their ingredients, which is a must and bit of a an idea to do if you want to make sure you can do that. Um, Interesting. So sucralose, what I can see is down as the sugar alcohol. So they've increased, I guess, the amount of sucralose for the flavoring as well, simply because sucralose is powerful and it has to be distributed well. And again, there are sometimes questions, I believe, about possible bitterness, but we'll see that ourselves. Okay, guys, back to me. Now, here's the bar. So obviously we have the bar here, and we're going to give it a bit of a sniff test. We're going to see what the aroma's like, and then we're going to try the texture and the taste. We're going to give it a score out of 10. Simple, straightforward score out of 10. Usually, if it's going to be above 5, yeah, that means that I'd probably eat it. If it's below 5, that means I'm pushing towards no, I wouldn't eat it. It's not really my stuff. Too yuck. Oh, that's absolutely terrible. So going upwards, 10 is like, wow, that's awesome. It's fantastic. This is a really strong, intense and enjoyable bar. And then obviously going down all the way. So if it once it starts getting near a 5, then obviously it's coming more to, not really, you know, either side, whether I take it or not. So let's open this up, this beautiful premium packaging, foil wrapped, and there it is. There's the bar. So it is pretty much looks like what it's got on the packaging. Look at that. Isn't that a work of art? There you go. There's the lovely chocolate. You can see actually some pretzel there, it seems. Okay, so stiff. Yeah, quite nice. It's kind of like it's believe it or not, it's kind of a little salty smell. So like as well with a sweet smell and a kind of weak chocolate smell. So it's quite interesting, but you could smell very salty, sweet smell. I guess that's the pretzels. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to try it now. Mm. Mm. Wow. Yeah, that is a very intense flavor. It's nice, it's chewy, it's a lot more salty than you'd expect. So it's probably the pretzels coming through. And it has, yeah, that kind of texture. Makes you feel as well you're kind of eating savory. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Kind of makes you think kind of even more crunchier. pretzel salty flavor as well at the end. So that's quite interesting. Um, I'd say it's very nice. Got a big impact. I'd give it maybe 8 out of 10. So 8 out of 10 for that. Definitely a decent bar. Yeah. If you want to buy it, it's down in the descriptions. Click on it and off you go. If you like these type of videos, thumbs up, please, and subscribe. So, guys, now I'm going to go away and do the urinalysis. I'm going to check to see if it has an impact on ketones in about 2 to 4 hours. Sometimes, say for example, if I do it at night, I'll have to do it in the morning, which makes obviously more of an advantage probably for the bar because the ketones will come back as you're sleeping and you need energy and you're not got any carbs. So you don't have your glycogen, you don't have your carbs. It's going to make ketones and you're going to have to burn your fat. So simple as that. Okay, guys, 1 second for you, few hours for me. See you then. Okay, guys, that chocolate peanut butter pretzel from Atkins has moved me a little bit out of ketosis. So I've gone from moderate 4 to 1.5 small. So whether that's an cumulative effect, it does seem as it was one of the last things I ate, which seems to have an impact on the ketone level. Now, it's not huge. It is like one level. But as I said, I've got to mention it. Again, it may actually just be, the somehow a cumulative effect or something that, occurring with the ingredients. But all I'll say is that, again, always be wary. Make sure you have your own sticks to test. If something puts you out of the diet or takes you right out of the diet, stop taking it. If it's moving you out of the diet, but you've still got ketones, then you're still producing them, then you know you're still in ketosis. So this is telling you then, okay, so not too bad. Again, just so you understand, it's down as well, again, to individual physiologies as well. Mostly, though, I guess most people would react like my body, my physiology. So I would say, again, be cautious on something like this. I'd say 1 bar a day on that, and that's it. Maybe even have it as, oh, every now and again, like, twice a week or something like that. While some of the Atkins bars seem to be completely fine for the diet, and you can have them, like every day after dinner. So it suits down to you, but I'm just giving you the information so we understand that yes, it does seem to be okay, but it has moved definitely from to moderate to small. Okay, right, guys. So if you like these videos, please thumbs up, subscribe. You can buy down there if you click down into the description, and I'll see you next time. See you later.